was a girl. She wasn't too keen on lowering it for the dog.
I was doing the air bridge with the dog, and I have never seen an indication like it. Floyd was humping his leg, and I've never seen a hit like it, mate.
Hazel notices the man in the white collared shirt.
There was one person he wasn't making eye contact with anybody because I spoke directly to him.
The passenger appears uneasy as the sniffer dog examines his cases. But Megan doesn't give a definite indication. With their suspicions aroused, they decide to question him anyway.
Hello there, sir. You're travelling alone today? Yeah. Can you just bring your bag over to the bench for me, please? Can I see your passport and ticket, please, sir? And how long have you been away for this trip?
A week.
And what was the purpose of your
Vacation. Either Jamaica or Trinidad.
Were you staying with friends over there or family or?
Not a girl. The last time I went to a cricket match there.
Oh, right, so there's people you don't know over there? Yeah. Okay. And how long are you going to remain in the UK before you go back to Bermuda? 2 days.
I usually do some shopping.
Yeah. Okay. Have you got your return ticket back to Bermuda?
Actually, I have to try this.
You've still got to get that, have you?
I have a bank card.
Yep, not a problem. And whereabouts will you be staying while you're here in the UK?
I was going to go to a bed and breakfast up on Shepherd's Avenue. I usually go there. I don't know the exact name of it, but it's right after the police station on Shepherd's Bush. So
you've stayed there before, have you?
Yeah.
Okay. And you packed all the bags yourself?
Yeah.
And you're aware of the contents?
Yeah.
Has anybody given you anything to bring back to the UK? You're not carrying anything for anyone?
No.
Okay.
Inside the suitcase, Gary spots a large number of shoes for such a short trip and decides to examine them closely.
All I'm doing here, I'm just x-raying the shoes to make sure there's no concealments in it. Ash.
The X-ray immediately finds an anomaly. The other officers are also convinced the shoes are hiding something.
That don't look right there. That difference in the
Yeah, but these other ones look even better.
But there's only one way to find out what's inside.
I don't want him to do it.
All right, lovely.
Yes.
Yeah. Where we pull it open, and there's a package inside the seal.
It's game over for this attempted importation.
Okay.
And what looks like another big haul of cocaine from St. Lucia.
Right, the time is 09:16 hours, and what I found in there, it looks like I found a controlled drug, okay? So I'm arresting you on suspicion of the illegal importation of a controlled drug into the UK.
Under arrest, the man is transferred to the custody cells.
Okay, that's fine. Just pop round here again. I intercepted him in the Green Channel. A number of items of footwear have been found to have packages inside.
Do you understand that, what the officers told me?
Yeah.
So you've been arrested purely on suspicion of being brought in a controlled drug into the UK. Do you understand? On any medication for anything? Nothing in your luggage to be medication-wise?
Just some weightlifting stuff.
Bodybuilder, eh?
Well, I'm trying to be. I was trying to be.
The man seems to accept that the only thing he'll be exercising is his right to legal advice.
Okay, if you just come along with me. Yeah, if you could just remove your shoes and leave them outside, because obviously it's got the laces in it. The last thing we want is you to try and harm yourself with them.
And the officers are now about to discover just how much cocaine is hidden in the shoes.
Contemplating his fate.
It's sad, isn't it?
I don't know if sad's the right word. I never judge people. I think I can't judge them for what they do. I don't know what's led them to do what they've done. I don't agree with people bringing drugs into the country. I can never condone that, but I can't judge the person.
Hazel and Mike examine all the shoes for drugs.
And you can just see where somebody's inserted a tool into the side to prise the sole off the main part of the shoe. There's little indentations that just would arouse your suspicion and just make you think that they'd been taken apart previously. Did you notice that on there?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't see any...
Oh, look, there's glue on this one. That's giving it away there. Look. That one's done really well. Just see the glue mark.
The concealments are sophisticated, but now the custody officer wants to know exactly what's inside the packages.
That was really annoying. You see a pair of shoes like that with a take-back package in the bottom with white powder in it, and they still insist, everyone goes, have you tested it, have you tested it?
Yeah.
It's like, you don't have to, do you? You know it's something dodgy.
OK. Put a drop of it in there. And that's the blue-pink reaction you're looking for, according to this. Pink on the top, blue underneath, that's cocaine. It's definitely cocaine.
Will you tell the custody officer it's positive, please?
I will do.
With 200 grams of cocaine in each shoe, in all, the man was charged with importing nearly 2 kilos of cocaine, worth around £80,000. 2 female passengers are suspected of smoking cannabis in the plane's rear toilets.
Who is it, blonde? I'll go upstairs, mate. All right, I'll go upstairs.
The pressure is now on for sniffer dog Amy to identify the suspects amongst the crowd.
Stay single file to the right, please, as you're coming through, thanks. Just stay to the right and keep walking past. Ames, in here. Just lower that bag for me, please. Amy.
Amy is looking
bag,
for
please.
drugs, but UK border officer Phil is trained to spot suspicious behaviour.
Thanks very much. There was a girl who didn't really want to... I don't know whether she had a small handbag. If it was her, she wasn't too keen on lowering it for the dog.
It wasn't a definite indication, so Amy boards the plane to search the seats for any drugs ditched by the suspects.
Hey, am I in about the general area where she was sat? Yeah. Dog isn't pinpointing any particular area, she's just very busy around all those seats. Staff have been on already and done a search of the whole area. So what there could be, the dog could just be picking up the residual smell of whatever she's been doing, been taking.
With no physical evidence left on the plane, the officers will stop and search the 2 suspects for any cannabis. Unexpectedly, the officer gets a hit for cocaine.
It's quite noticeable that this particular one wasn't keen for the dog to go anywhere near her. And by the sounds of it, they are getting traces off them at the moment for cocaine. So the officers are just doing further investigation on that at the moment.
Confronted with the evidence, one of the girls admits to having taken cocaine. But with such strong traces, officers are still highly suspicious.
Well, still getting hits absolutely everywhere for coke. That's the thing. You said you used some last night, yeah. First luggage. I also got hits on the plane for coke. So from the dog where you were sat.
On the plane?
Yeah, if you both, yeah. Your seats on the plane, okay? So, what I'm going to do, we'll take you into, you want to take one of these rooms, we'll get some repack the bag and bring it in. Come in here with me.
Officers have no jurisdiction over drug use abroad, but they suspect the girl may be carrying cocaine internally. It's a serious crime with potentially lethal consequences.
Obviously, I've got suspicion that you could have drugs internally somewhere, because there's none in your bag.
You crazy man.
No, that's what it is. So, what I have to do here, okay, I'm arresting you, okay, on suspicion of being involved with the illegal importation of a controlled substance, cocaine. Okay, it's okay on this one. I have to arrest you. You do not have to say anything, okay, but it may harm your defence. If you fail to mention something in question you later on, anything you do say will be given in evidence. Do you understand that?
Right.
The girls will now be searched and x-rayed.
And what happens when you don't find anything?
If nothing's found, I'm sure you'll be arrested and go on your way.
One of the officers found a package by the bench, which we think one of the girls has actually dropped. It was found to be cannabis in a sock. He's actually looked, and within the cannabis he's found a small plastic bag, like a deal bag, containing some white powder. We suspect that to be cocaine. The girl who was travelling with her, the officers have conducted a search of person. During the search of person, they found another package. It's a sock containing cannabis. They weren't sure whether they could feel something else, so they upgraded the search to a strip search. They've done a strip search now, and they're quite happy she's got nothing on her person.
But having detected such high hits for cocaine, The girls are led away for a full body X-ray. Class A smugglers face a maximum of life in prison.
Just get in there and sit down, please. You're best not talking to each other. If you talk to each other, we'll have to take you one at a time and it'll take longer.
Dealing with suspected drug swallowers is also stressful for the officers. If the girls do have packages internally, it's a life-threatening situation.
By using the machines we have in the Green Channel, we've found very high traces of cocaine. So we believe they could well have concealments of cocaine inside them. We just simply put the passenger on the machine and it passes the person through the machine. We instantly get an image on screen that we can examine, and if we can see packages there, then they're back up to custody while we await the packages to pass through the system.
Find anything?
Dunno.
What do you think?
You tell us. We've got to be 100% sure there's nothing up there, because if we say there's nothing there, and if it is something like cocaine, that when the package does split, you're talking a matter of seconds before you suffer a fatal overdose. So we want to be 110% sure there's nothing there before we say, yeah, it's negative. If you put your feet on them marks, hold on to either side, it's be a couple of seconds and it'll start moving.
Thankfully, both scans are clear, but the girls are still in trouble. 2 weeks later, a court decided the drugs were for personal use only, and they got a 12-month suspended sentence for the attempted importation. Tonight, sniffer dog Fergus and Officer Matt are searching a lorry bound for Dover. Fergus is starting to show signs he can smell human presence.
Is this an indication, you say?
Kind of. It's more of a disturbance indication, which means either the driver or one of our staff has checked the vehicle and there's some form of human scent still around there. Cheers, mate. Wait. Which one go find?
This time, nobody is found.
Ready? It wasn't an overly strong indication, but it was worth a look.
Officer Alex has continued the search of freight vehicles using sniffer dog wax. And it doesn't take long before Wax makes one of his trademark indications.
We're going to get the camera in here because he's indicating.
Wax's highly sensitive nose appears to have made a positive indication for human presence just above the lorry's wheel arches.
We've got at least one clandestine on top of the pannier. So you've got a box that holds pallets, wooden pallets for loading. And there's a gap in between the top of the metal box that holds the pallets and the actual trailer itself. So they're just laying on top of the pannier. Good boy. And what I'll do now is I'll get the dog out of the way and the guys can take a look.
Alex is delighted with Wax's find. The driver of the lorry, less so.
Okay, driver, you stay there. Okay, yeah.
For every clandestine found in his lorry, the driver and his company face a fine of up to £2,000.
Come on, they come. Come on. 1, 2, 3. Count 4 pairs of shoes here. Okay.
Right, we've called for assistance from the office and we'll have someone come down to help us get them off the vehicle, and we'll keep them contained until the French police come down.
5 people are eventually found hiding underneath the lorry. It's a significant find, but for Wax, it's all a big game.
Dog's happy. He's got his tennis ball, which is what he does it for.
The clandestines are lined up as they wait for the French authorities to come and process them. For some of them, this was their 3rd attempt at getting into the UK.
The French police have taken them away to the station in the port here. They will process them and then they'll possibly interview them to ascertain whether they can be removed from France back to their country of origin.
It's been another successful night all round, due in no small part to sniffer dog Wax. Officers are monitoring outbound vehicles on the hunt for large amounts of cash which may be linked to crime. Ben is questioning a Polish vehicle, looking for any clues that they may have something to hide.
How much money have you brought to England with you? 3,000. And how much are you taking back to Poland now? How much money do you have left?
1,600.
Is that between all of you, yes?
No,
£1,600 each.
Ben thinks the group are telling lies.
So you each brought £3,000 to England,
Yeah.
and you all take 1,600 back with you. And it's all in £50 notes as well?
Yeah.
And where did you get the money from then?
From Polish exchange point.
And they just gave it in 50s, not in smaller? Okay, that's good. If you can bring your money and yourselves and come out the car, and then we go.
The specially trained sniffer dog will now search the Polish vehicle for cash to see if the passengers are telling the truth. As Miller and dog handler Bo search the car, Ben presses the passengers on their story.
So what have you spent your money on while you've been here in England?
And fun. Clubs and drinking and stuff like that.
Okay, and you've all got 1,600.
The car is clear. But Miller picks up a cent in one of the rucksacks.
Is there more money in that bag? No?
Just show me this bag.
The man denies having any more cash, but Miller has found an envelope which gives Ben reason to believe the group are lying to him.
So that's where money's been. Was that in this bag, is it? All right. It's wages or?
Yeah, wages.
That's had money in, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, it was.
This,
it was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
it
that's
was.
why the
Yeah, it was.
that's why the dog smells it. So have you been working in England then? I thought you came here on holiday.
Yeah, those days before.
Who was on holiday? But not you. You work in England. So why didn't you say you work in England? Do you all work in England? Are you sure? It's not a problem if you work in England. Just tell me if you do. You don't work in England. You're on holiday. So it's not wages that you're taking back to Poland. You sure?
Yeah.
What about yours? Is yours wages that you take home? Because it 859, 803, £1,600, £1,600, 16. So do you work in England or not? Yeah, I think you work in England.
Yeah.
So why you say you don't work in England? It's not a problem now. You're Polish. You can work in England. Yeah?
Yeah, we work.
Okay. So you do work in England.
Yeah, sorry for that.
So if it hadn't been for your wage slips, you'd have been all right.
The needless lie has been uncovered.
Obviously now, the Poland's in the European Union. They can work in the UK, but for whatever reason, I don't know whether they're scared to tell us the truth, they're actually working here, or whether it's just a case of they don't want to say how much money they're taking out of the country, so they've all come out with a story that they've come here on holiday, each got £1,600 left, and then they're taking it back to Poland, so it didn't really ring true. 1,600, 1,600, 1,600, okay?
It's clever really, because sometimes that happens, you know, someone lies about the amount of money they've got and then the dog will indicate on an item of paperwork that's been with their money, which is obviously why the dog indicated.
Good.
It's a barefaced lie, which officers are used to.
Sometimes we don't know why they lie, but sometimes we do find it out, and it's the smallest of reasons, really.
The passengers have done nothing illegal and are free to go. Floyd is trained to indicate if he picks up even the tiniest trace of drugs. But this man with the red bag sends Floyd's signals into a frenzy. Martin heads into the baggage hall to intercept the suspect after he's collected his bags.
I was doing the air bridge with the dog, and I have never seen an indication like it.
Really?
Floyd was humping his leg, and I've never seen a hit like it, mate.
The man is traveling with a woman who suspiciously headed straight for the toilets.
The woman attempted to go to the toilets in the baggage area. Female officers accompanied her in there and explained the situation to her as well. She's now with the female officers in our baggage search area.
The suspects have split, but officers are keeping their distance from the man they think is carrying drugs.
Because of the strong indication by the dog, we are concerned that he's aware that we have an interest in him, and he may attempt to ditch any items he's got strapped to his body. For that reason, we would not let him go to the toilets by himself.
The suspect begins walking towards the exit, but then makes a break for the toilets.
Excuse me, mate. Excuse me, pal. Just wait a second, please, mate. Come over here, mate. What's actually happened? You know, because the dog showed interest on you, and you saw the dog come around to you.
Yes.
Obviously, I'm not saying you have, but obviously we have to be sure before you go in the toilet you haven't got anything strapped to you, okay, mate?
After a string of recent drug jobs from the Caribbean and the strength of the dog indication, the officers are almost convinced the man is carrying drugs. The man gives Kevin some information that changes the mood.
I want $50,000.
A nice one. One?
$49,500.
One?
Poker.
Oh, poker. Excellent. Online or?
Online.
Yeah, brilliant, mate.
It's a disappointment for the team, but contact with so much cash would explain the dog's excitement.
High to low. Roller coaster morning already. And you got money belt on as well? It could well be that, you see, mate, because the dogs are trained on cash as well as drugs.
Yeah, so close. Where the dogs got in your groin?
It's got $1,000.
So that might explain
why. Wait.
The officers search the poker winner to verify his story, but there's no pleasing some people.
£30,000, a lot of money. Yeah. I was a bit disappointed. 2 weeks later, it was only same competition, but I was trying to win it again.
At least you won it, though.
Yeah.
The man is free to go, but first officers ask a favour. They want to let sniffer dog Floyd re-find the man's money belt and get his well-earned reward.
Back and you're just helping us out then. You know, helping with to train the dogs and because obviously that's what the dogs indicate, so it's done his job well there.
Floyd quickly locates the cash in the man's belt, but this time it's just for training.
I was quite relaxed because I had nothing to hide. We went to Jamaica on holiday, but we weren't planning on going holiday this year. We were planning to do a back garden up, and I split the money between the guy for the Ukraine. We had $50,000 each, roughly. And the next week we went in and booked our holiday to Jamaica. It was absolutely brilliant. And we went over there and we had a great time. Totally relaxing.
Celebrated our 6th year
wedding
anniversary.
Celebrated our 6th wedding anniversary as well.
Last Saturday.
The lucky couple leave with the winnings, but sadly the officers didn't hit the jackpot.
Well done. Good lad. Best indication ever, mate.
And this vehicle here that we've intercepted today is in connection with a heroin job that they intercepted last week.
With information suggesting links to a previous heroin seizure, sniffer dog Millie and handler Nikki are brought in to speed up the search.
I've got a few of my colleagues having a look at the moment. There could be either a concealment space in there or, even better, a large quantity of money going outward bounds.
The driver isn't happy. Dealing with angry drivers is a daily hazard.
I don't have no rights. That's my home, my sleeper. I'm not letting dogs fur all over my bed. Simple.
When the dog starts there, you can go in and have a look around. If you want to make a play
I have dogs. Dogs walk with shit. I lick their own balls. They have no shit.
The officers have the power, but they're trying to respect the man's wishes.
Well, if you're telling me you're going to put that dog on, I want her to say that you are allowed to. I am saying I do not want that dog to go on that dog.
Yeah, I mean,
it's my right, and I'm asking you not to put the dog in, and you're saying you are, by law, you can't, so I want you to give me a black and white. Is that fair?
That's fair, I can go and get you
the Listen, see dogs, I love dogs up. I have no bar with dogs. No problem with dogs.
Okay, well,
it's my bed.
Like, I know what you're saying exactly, alright? Calm down a little bit.
With the information linked to a previous heroin job, the driver's reluctance to let Millie into his truck is raising suspicions.
The driver's obviously not too happy about the dog going in the cab, so we're just getting the forms to say that we are actually allowed to go in there.
As soon as I get this letter, then we can get on with it, hopefully.
If Millie finds drugs, dog hair on his pillow will be the least of the driver's problems.
26 and 27, that you can use a dog as a living tool.
Right,
sir.
With the law on their side, the team can now get on with searching the truck.
What we'll do, we'll put the dog in now. Do you want to come and see us through stages? Okay.
The intelligence team selected this truck to be searched in relation to a recent heroin seizure. Sniffer dog Millie is looking for drugs or cash which may be connected to crime.
This guy's Irish. Recently we've had quite a few jobs from Irish vehicles coming into the country, largely being Class A.
Searching a massive truck like this can take hours, but sniffer dogs like Millie can do it in a matter of minutes.
Come on in, Millie.
With the cab search over, Millie checks the driver.
Okay, that's great, thank you. Good girl. No, I didn't get anything from that. Didn't go in the load because it's frozen meat, so just did the outside in the cab.
That's great, sir. Sorry about that. We've done with the dog now, so what I'll do...
If the driver didn't want Millie in his cab, he certainly doesn't want her in his trailer full of meat, and the officers decide to search it themselves. They find nothing, and the truck is free to go, for now.
Spoke to the selector. He's happy. He's got the paperwork, and he's going to evaluate it going out. Maybe stop it coming back in, but going out, perfectly happy with it. All right, sir, thanks very much for your time. Sorry to be a problem, there's your stuff. OK, this is the complaints, all right? If you're not happy, I've said that you've been compliant, you've been no problems at all. All right. I've just said you weren't happy with the dog going in, OK? OK, thanks very much for your time.
Lorry searches do take time, and the officers are well versed in dealing with drivers upset at the delay.
We do come across that, but we are actually allowed to go in the vehicle, so she didn't mark anywhere, she had clean feet.
As an insulted Millie ambles off, the driver leaves happily in his dog hair-free cab. The sniffer dog teams are targeting a plane that's just arrived from St. Lucia. The intelligence unit has identified a possible smuggler on this flight. It's up to the officers to find and search the suspect and find out if the information is correct.
It's on 6, 7 or 8, it's something up there.
Do you know what is she wearing? Anything distinctive?
Carrying a shoulder bag and a Louis Vuitton hand luggage as well. I just need to double check it is there actually. Coming up.
The woman is kept under surveillance as she passes through the airport.
She's about the 8th or 9th one going on.
That's fine, thank you very much, madam. Can you just stand still for 1 minute?
Not all intel targets turn out to be smugglers, so sniffer dogs like Sam are the quickest way to work out if someone has been in contact with drugs. Sam picks up a scent, but can't pinpoint the source. So now it's up to Kevin to search and question the suspect.
Hello, where have you arrived from this morning? St. Lucia. I'd like to come over with me very quickly.
As Kevin begins the search, the woman seems edgy, and her body language is far from friendly.
Right.
I'm fed up.
Hopefully it shouldn't take too long.
It's the first it's happened to me. I
Yeah.
Every year,
Yeah.
never.
Unfortunately, we do get...
I don't
Oh, no, yeah,
anyway.
yeah, of course you don't.
I'm a decent person.
Yeah.
I don't really do stuff.
Yeah.
I work hard for my living.
Yeah. Unfortunately, what we don't know is what somebody's problem looks like. 'Cause they're not...
Me, I don't do this.
No.
I never get stopped
No.
since I'm traveling. Never.
Yeah.
Sometimes they pick the wrong person.
Kevin's beginning to think she isn't carrying drugs and is just upset at being delayed.
Right, I can do a quick swab of your bag, okay?
A quick drug swab should find out.
She looks all right. I'll swab the bags and I'll...
The bag swab gives a surprising result.
Obviously, need to check the bags fully. I was hoping to get you on your way quickly. I'm getting a contamination for cocaine. Right, let me explain, right?
Just open it.
Yeah, I'll need to do everything, yeah. It'll take a bit longer, that's all. Okay? Right.
The suspect's becoming impatient, but the coke hit combined with the intelligence means she isn't going anywhere just yet.
I'll have to go through this bag, because I've got the same thing on this bag. And you may put your arm on the counter or...
But this woman isn't very understanding about the already lengthy delay.
Taking cocaine. And that can get on your clothes. Yeah. I'm just going to put the bag through the X-ray. What we're looking for is concealments. It looks OK, it doesn't seem that heavy, but...
Having ruled out all other causes of the coke hits, Kevin's last job is to X-ray the case.
Yeah, there's some sort of thing here. It could well just be part of the bag makeup. I just did a check in the middle of the bags about there. There's nothing there.
The anomaly is just a bar of chocolate.
And that's what came up on the X-ray.
They found cocoa, but not cocaine. The woman is now free to go.
That's what was in there, actually. Could you, yeah, because the lady wants to go away, actually. Thank you.
Done in this morning, going in. You come to me or you come to my dress? It's so funny. I never have a problem since I'm travel. Even in St. Lucia, I never have a problem.
This time, the search finds nothing. And despite Kevin's best efforts,
It's not easy.
the passenger isn't impressed.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
The voice was frightened of the dog.
That's it. All done.
Suddenly, Rossi picks up a scent and targets a woman in a white jumper.
Just stand still for me.
UK border sniffer dogs are trained to pinpoint the exact location of any drugs. Rossi indicates on the woman's bag.
Are you together? Are you training by yourself?
The passenger seems nervous, but after the initially strong indication, Rossi loses interest.
Where? Okay, thank you, madam. That's fine, thank you. He basically pulled to get to her, or get to her scent, so I dropped the lead, and he was all around her rucksack, and he dropped the floor, so he tried to get underneath it.
Back down into the channels anyway, just in case your guys have picked anything up down there.
Yeah, I might see what's in her bag anyway.
Meanwhile, Gatwick's newest drug dog, Barney, is examining the baggage from the same flight. Barney gives his strongest indication yet on this black and white spotted suitcase.
I've got a feeling it could be this lady here.
Officers watch as the same woman collects the bag.
And it is. All right, thank you.
With two separate indications, the officers think she must be smuggling cocaine. The team must keep the suspect under surveillance to make sure she doesn't slip away. But surprisingly, it's her who approaches the officers to ask for some directions. Fitz intercepts the passenger.
Hi, where are you travelling from today?
Here called Trinidad.
Trinidad. You travel on your own?
Yeah.
Okay, just have a quick word if that's all right. Hello.
But now the suspect seems more relaxed, even as Barney gives another unmistakable indication. The sniffer dogs believe the bags contain cocaine, but now it's up to Fitz to find it.
They did this over there, so it doesn't matter what
Sorry,
how you pack it back or whatever.
Right, oh, okay.
Because they pretty much messed it up.
Who was that?
They checked the bags and whatever across there.
They checked them before you came out, did they?
They
Right.
did the same thing.
Oh, okay.
So they pretty much messed it up. So.
Right.
With three separate sniffer dog indications on the bags.
Okay, I just need to do a quick x-ray of your suitcase, all right?
Yeah.
UK border officer Fitz is convinced he'll find something inside.
All right, doesn't seem to give us that much information about it, so probably have to do a further examination. I'll take it to the tool room and have a look, have a closer look, actually.
Surprisingly, Fitz can find no sign of cocaine. And even the drug swab is clear.
Well, they actually ascertain there's nothing in there. No, which is a bit of a shame, really. As it was a good indication by the dogs, I must admit.
It's disappointing, but with such strong suspicions, Fitz isn't willing to give up the search just yet.
That's the thing that you plug into the television.
Right.
It's a games console dance mat, but something doesn't add up.
Has you got a PlayStation with her? No. So why would you have one of these anyway? Yeah. Right, round two. I mean, it is heavy as hell.
Fitz then spots the clue he's been after.
The actual casing looks like it's already been removed once before. This acts like a sniffer dog. It's just looking for minute particles of substances that is stabbing his sky high. It's got to be there.
Suspicions are now even higher, but where are the drugs?
This is that rubber impregnation.
That's what I think it is.
Mm.
Ever seen it in a dance mat?
Have you tried doing it on that? You can break the...
Yeah, that's what...
Can you break a bit off?
No, you can do if you want to. The material's gone blue. I'm kind of saying that's a positive then.
Amazingly, the rubber inside the dance mat is full of cocaine.
The time is 10 past 10. I'm arresting you on suspicion of being involved in the importation of a controlled drug.
It just goes to show, with smugglers using ever more devious methods, the officers can take nothing for granted.
Anything you do say may be given in evidence, do you understand? Okay.
The officers' persistence has paid off, and yet another smuggler has been caught red-handed.
North.
The drugs were ingeniously hidden, and one member of the team deserves a special reward.
Knock yourself out, you little star.
A call has come in about a discovery sniffer dog Megan has made in the cargo hold.
As you see, she's just found it, and that's what she's doing. She's doing a freeze stare. Yay! She's a clever girl. What we got here basically is a consignment from South America. As Megan's gone round it, she's indicating, because there's obviously smell coming out there.
As Megan has given her award for indicating on the package, officers need to investigate exactly what it is she's found.
It certainly feels like it's some sort of books, probably sort of heavyweight books, which we've seen in the past with the pages actually sort of taken out the centres of the books and drugs concealed inside.
Though officers are confident drugs are present, they must wait for permission to examine the contents. In the meantime, they rebag the packages so they can be used as a training aid for other sniffer dogs.
It's what we've done now. We've brought our other dogs over so we can get them live rewarded. It's probably the best training we can do is in situ with live gear. So hopefully all our dogs will come in, get rewarded on the scent, and then it just improves their abilities for later on.
The introduction of sniffer dogs to the cargo hold has been extremely successful, allowing packages to be assessed in a fraction of the time.
On a daily basis, we get sort of 5-6 tons of parcels and mail come through. So the dogs will be able to sort of do that within half hour. To do it manually, you're talking hours and hours to actually manually go through each item of mail.
On this test, all 3 dogs successfully indicate on the packages, but officers will need to wait to see if there are drugs inside. The bags are taken to the cargo officers, where it's the moment of truth. As Officer Allen predicted, the smugglers have used book casings as a disguise.
There's all these different books in here. They're all cling film wrapped.
But their attempt at concealing whatever's inside was no match for sniffer dog Megan's sensitive nose.
The book's been cut out. It's quite a crude concealment. Obviously, it doesn't take much finding on opening that book.
See big packages of white powder coming out is it's a good sign that my dogs have done something right. So it's a celebration time, I think.
But not before the packages are tested to see if the white powder definitely is cocaine.
See, it's gone blue, indicating the presence of cocaine. I'm just estimating at the moment there's probably a couple of kilos per book. Obviously, we'll weigh it and get a proper total at the end.
It's a massive seizure, weighing in at over 20 kilograms, and has a street value in the region of £1 million. Officers are delighted in the knowledge that one customer will not be receiving their illegal goods. In the freight terminal, Officer Helen and sniffer dog Bren have just made a discovery on a batch of packages that have come in from Bridgetown in Barbados.
About half an hour ago, we came down to go over the packages that have come in. We offload all of this from the pallet. We empty it all out onto the floor. The dogs can then run over it and they'll indicate if they need to. If they find something, they'll indicate. She showed interest in a box, which we put out again, just so that he is completely sure that it's there. And that's his indication there. and that's the box that I'm looking for.
Bren's indication strongly suggests the package contains drugs.
His indication there was to freeze and to literally stare at the box. His tail sometimes wags a lot, whereas if he's really, really focused on it, he'll literally be completely still.
Gatwick's sniffer dogs play a vital role in intercepting drugs being illegally imported into the country.
This is what's inside the box. Doesn't really smell of anything. What the officer's got there is a cocaine reagent, and it normally comes out pink, but if it goes blue, then it tests positive. There we go. It's just gone blue straight away. It's tested positive to cocaine, so it's actually impregnated T-shirts or clothing with cocaine.
Bren's partnership with Helen was only forged 12 months ago, but already the pair have made a huge number of detections, both in the freight terminal and on passengers.
He's actually been quite successful for his first year. You're normally given a year or so to make sure that they know what they're looking for, their scent library's wide enough, and yeah, he's done really well for his first year. So I'm very, very happy and very impressed. Bren, hop. Good lad, well done. Good boy.
A flight has just arrived from Ghana, and officers have asked a passenger to hide a tiny sample of cocaine in their bag.
Thank you.
It's Lucy's job to find it amongst the crowd.
It's all right, don't be scared.
It's vital the sniffer dogs get experience of real-life situations.
Stand still for me, please. Good girl.
Lucy's nose can detect drugs at just a few particles per trillion and easily picks out the fake smuggler. But it's the passengers behind him who grab the officer's attention as two Eastern European men pass through with no hand luggage.
Blue Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah, the other guy's
with the white top, a bit taller.
Yeah.
They're obviously together though, aren't they? So it'd be interesting if they don't come through together.
They're probably right, but just they sort of stood out when I saw them come off the flight, actually.
Gatwick's had a recent surge in Eastern Europeans smuggling cocaine from Ghana, so their suspicions are highly aroused.
We'll wait and see what happens here.
The officer's suspicion about the two Eastern Europeans was spot on.
Is that the Ritz? Hello, yeah, it's Kevin here. I'm in custody suite. We've got two smugglers.
Kevin and Mark questioned the suspected smugglers. The men were then x-rayed. Inside their bodies are dozens of packages full of cocaine.
You just take your clothes off, put this on.
Back down here for me.
The men will remain in custody until the packages have passed through their systems and the officers can collect and analyse the evidence. Meanwhile, a Lithuanian translator has been brought in to explain the situation.
Right, because he's got packages inside him, we will put him in a cell in a moment and we're going to turn CCTV cameras on and he will be monitored at all times for his own health and safety.
Yeah, until I pass them.
Yeah. Okay, does he want anything to eat or drink at the moment?
No. Yes.
Officers must closely monitor the men and observe when they go to the toilet in case they attempt to swallow the packages again after they've passed through their systems.
Is the other guy in the cell?
Yeah.
Because this guy says he needs the loan.
Right.
So I'm wondering, is there any... Do you have any problem with me taking it?
Not at the moment, the temperature's having a cup of tea. So
okay, so we just take it to the special.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. There's a special toilet, basically, where it collects any packages when people go to the toilet, basically. So it's a way of collecting the evidence to ensure it doesn't go down, it doesn't flush down the loo. Not our favourite job, actually. Yeah. Fortunately, Mark's got the job, not me.
The guy asked to go to the loo. He's been to the loo. We've got a special one that we use for people who swallow drugs. And obviously, if they pass any, we need to collect them up. And yes, he did. So I need to go and sort that out now.
For Officer Mark, this is the first time he's dealt with drug swallowers. Collecting the evidence is not a pleasant experience.
Yeah, let's see, you may... Yeah, good. Yeah, okay.
As the toilet is flushed, the Lithuanian swallower's cocaine is washed into a special basin. If just one of these packages had burst inside him, the man would have been killed within seconds.
Yeah, thank you.
An unlucky Mark's job is to rinse and clean the packages so they can be sent off for testing and used as evidence. In all, the men had swallowed 50 packages each with more than 1 kilo of cocaine. They've since pleaded guilty and will now have to swallow a long prison sentence. Today, Officer Lorna and Sniffer Dog Diesel have arrived at the cargo hangar to assess a small part of today's consignment.
We're just over at the freight sheds and we're going to cover the freight that's just come off of the Virgin Bridgetown flight. So we'll see what he does. These. Looking for any interest from the dog really, and then one of the anti-smugglers will have a look and see if there's any cocaine or heroin.
As one of the airport's longest-serving dogs, Diesel has sniffed out dozens of Class A drug seizures over the years, making him one of the officer's most valuable assets. And it doesn't take long for him to start showing some interest around one of the packages. The box contains a vacuum cleaner, so officers remove it from its packaging to take a closer look. And Diesel just can't keep away from it. With a suspected drug concealment, there's only one way to find out what's inside.
It looks like 2 of the screws had glue put on them, so it makes it harder to get inside. As you see, he's nearly getting into it now. He's just dismantling the whole thing, so we'll just see what he can find.
Here's TV. Underneath here, some packages. Oh yeah, black taped packages.
Basically, I've opened up the unit now, and you can just see there's packages here and here. So what we're going to do is get the dog over, have another look at it, and see if the dog indicates.
And almost instantly, Diesel makes another of his trademark indications on the packages inside the vacuum cleaner.
As you saw, as the dog got close to the scent, it gave a freeze stare indication. Basically, it just freezes at the scent and won't move until the handler throws in a tennis ball, and basically that was a perfect indication. And as you see, the packages are coming out, and they're only small and they look properly tight wrapped. That's why he had to get his nose right on the source of the scent.
All right, what we'll do when we find things like this, we'll do what we call a field test. So I'm going to put some of the powder onto this filter paper, just put this liquid onto it. If it's cocaine, it will just flash up like a very turquoise aquamarine blue. Usually takes less than half a second to a second to do that. See, it's going this turquoise colour straight away. That basically indicates the presence of cocaine on the powder.
It's another impressive find by Diesel. Thanks to his sensitive nose, cocaine worth more than £8,000 will not reach the UK streets.
Slow this one a little bit. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Officers are observing passengers from a Trinidad and Tobago flight. And Sniffer dog Lucy is using her sensitive nose to search for traces of drugs. A lone female passenger has caught the eye of officers, so she's pulled over in the customs channels to answer a few questions about her visit to the Caribbean.
Do you know anybody out in Trinidad and Tobago? Do you have friends out there?
I visited a friend there in Tobago.
Oh, right, OK, so you stayed with him or her?
Yeah.
Is it a lady or a man?
It's a man.
A man, OK, right. OK, so you've come back. These are all your bags, are they? This and this here? You know everything that's in these bags. You pack them yourself. Do you know it's in...
But the woman starts to get upset because she's already had her bags searched in Trinidad and Tobago.
Did you pay for your trip yourself?
My friend paid.
Oh, your friend who lives out there, is it? OK.
And I don't think he's a drug dealer.
OK.
Officer John is immediately alarmed by the woman's last comment.
Do you use drugs or anything, or does your friend use drugs as far as you're aware?
What do you mean drugs?
Class A, what we call Class A, cocaine, heroin?
Never used any drugs.
That's great. Thank you for letting me know.
A swab test is carried out on the woman's suitcase.
OK, won't be one moment.
The test will show whether the woman has come into contact with any drugs on her visit to the Caribbean.
come up as positive for contact with cocaine. So I'll ask the lady now if she can explain why that would be in her case. I'll just ask her a few more questions now. OK, madam, that machine test has come up positive for contact with cocaine. Is there any reason, as I say, ask again, do you use cocaine or does your friend use cocaine as far as you're aware?
The woman gets tearful, which raises John's suspicions even further.
But you don't use it, you're certain about that? OK. Well, because of that, I means I do need to turn it out and have a quick look inside it, OK? Don't worry, don't get upset. Don't worry.
He put something in my bag.
Well, let's see. How long have you known your friend?
Not very long.
OK. And how do you know him? From where?
I met him in London. He lived in London and he just moved there with a business and he looks like he's really having a business and he's a respected person. I don't know.
OK.
Clearly, the woman doesn't know her male friend very well. John has further doubts about her story.
Has he forced you to bring anything here?
No.
Are you sure? Because now's the time to let me know.
He hasn't given me anything. Like, he hasn't told me anything to carry with him for him.
Right, just have a quick scan through the X-ray. It's just at the end of the hall there, so if you just wait for me and have a look what I'm doing, you just stay there. She's tearful and she seems quite nervous. And she said one comment that got me a bit interested. She said, "Oh God, I hope he hasn't put anything in my bag," which is an odd thing for somebody to say. The case doesn't appear to have any concealments in it. It's very light.
Nothing is found hidden in the suitcase, but Officer John isn't finished with the woman yet.
How come my bag is reading if there's anything in there?
Well, that's what's intrigued me. That's what's intrigued me.
The mystery behind the high cocaine trace means the search is taken to the next level.
Now, as I say, I've had a look in your bag. I'm satisfied there's nothing in there. I'm quite happy about that. But sometimes people do bring in drugs on their body or inside their body. And what I'd like to do is to do a search, check, my female colleague's going to do that, just to check to see that you're not carrying anything on your body. Because of the high reading and because of where you've come from. That's my concerns. OK?
Despite the woman's tears, she's led away to have a strip search.
Right, if you just want to take a seat for a minute, because I've just got some forms and stuff to fill out, all right?
The woman's shoes are also taken away to be swab tested. Positive traces of drugs found from this test often suggest that the passenger is carrying drugs inside their body.
That was quite a low reading for cocaine on the shoe, not anywhere near what was in the bag. And where she's come from, Trinidad and Tobago, then that maybe isn't an unreasonable background contamination.
Nothing is found during the strip search, and John is happy she's not carrying anything illegal.
Thank you very much for your patience with us, all right? We're happy there that you've got nothing, so you're free to go on your way as soon as you're ready. Thank you. The strip search is very invasive. We wouldn't do that for no reason whatsoever. That's quite a big thing, and obviously she was quite upset by that. We're not going to do a body scan unless it actually is justified, and in this instance that wasn't warranted, so we didn't proceed to that. And I believe that she didn't have any prohibited or restricted goods on her this morning.
Thank you.
One lone male passenger is of particular interest, as it's been noticed from his luggage tags that he started his journey outside of the EU.
As far as I'm aware, he's a gentleman that's come up from Venezuela via Portugal. He's just been away for a week. I think he's got a sort of last-minute ticket, only booked the day before.
The man says he's a minister who also works and raises funds for an American charity with a base in Venezuela.
They've got projects and they need funding and things like that, you know. So I used to be a professional bike rider.
His short visit to South America causes concern, with Venezuela known as a country with links to the international drugs trade.
So when are you next going to be in contact with these people?
A couple of hours. I've already spoken to them on the phone.
Okay.
As Officer Tori continues to search the man's possessions, her colleague Gary comes across to swab test his suitcase for any traces of Class A drugs. And Gary's face says it all. The swab shows a positive reading for cocaine.
That's gone red, so there might be some form of traces of coke.
He relays the information to Tori.
Well,
Well, when I booked in, there was a
positive hits from
there was a search at Crackers actually before.
Just wait there, I'm just going to X-ray this one. Gary says that he's got a slight hit of coke, so I think a rub down might. Let's see if I can get one of them done.
The X-ray of the suitcase is clear. But with traces for cocaine, Tori wants to take her investigation to the next level.
I want to start putting things in there. I'm just going to go and speak to my boss. I'll be back in a second. He's got no work ID on him at all. He's got a bit of an earmarked Bible, but other than that. So I'd find it weird if you're registered, like working for a registered charity, you wouldn't have any sort of charitable ID if you've been on a charity he's got trip.
Tons of stuff on his laptop.
The news is broken to the passenger.
When we were I was doing the baggage search earlier, one of my colleagues, you may have saw him rub a small piece of, that's what we call an iron track machine, and it's given us a small trace or a small hit of cocaine from the inside of your bag. So I've spoken to my boss and she's authorised like a security search. It's just like a rub down, like a pat down.
When he's saying that the charity he works for have paid for his trip, but he didn't like it there really. It's very vague about what he was actually doing. It's just charity work. What?
No drugs are found on his body, so his shoes are taken away for further swab tests. And with another positive reading for cocaine, the plot thickens.
There's basically a few inconsistencies with what's happened here, and that is the fact that he's obviously, he said he's a charity worker, he's worked for a charity for a long time, but he has no actual charity ID. Also, he said he had a lot of stuff on the computer which was related to the charity, but he now can't find it. The man who bought his ticket, he had said, was arranged by the charity. We now discovered that the man who bought the ticket is his friend who's meeting him outside. It's nothing to do with the charity at all.
With all of this in mind, officers decide to put the passenger through an X-ray. The positive drug hit from his shoes may suggest he's smuggling packages inside his body. However, his calm demeanour and full cooperation belies that of a drug smuggler. Passengers who've swallowed drugs will be arrested and detained for their own safety until all the packages safely come out.
If you just follow the officer again, you can take your bits there.
This time, however, it looks like the man has not swallowed any drugs.
I think this is all a bit too dense.
That's his hip bone, isn't it? That's your new hip replacement.
Oh, that is, yeah. But I mean, all this.
With the last roll of the dice, Officer Kerry sends a team outside the airport to try and locate the person waiting to collect the passenger.
Yeah, we've sent 2 officers out to look for the guy that is supposed to be meeting Mr. Kerry, but as yet no one has showed themselves. They've not turned up to a call for his name or even the call for the meter's name. So we've just been given it a couple of minutes. If we hear nothing from it, I think at this stage, because of what we have, or rather what we don't have, we're probably going to have to let him go and just always be wandering, perhaps.
Just down the end there. Thanks for your time.
No one is found outside the airport. After a thorough search, the man is free to go. The hits for drugs are put down to contamination.